Hey guys, we're gonna go work on do some more groundwork here on a site plan for this building. You can use this for a lot of different reasons. This is kind of an add-on to what we've been learning already with your topo surface and aligning your topo surface. So what I'm going to do is create a quick topo surface here, and it's telling me, hey, you should be in site plan. So I'm going to do that. Moved over to site plan. Now I've got this little structure here, small house, I guess. And I'm going to create this topo surface and start placing some points. So I'm just going to create just a nice rectangular topo surface. There we go. And let's go ahead and do something here. Let's create a split in this topo surface. So let's go ahead and let's say, okay, I like that. Let's split it now. So we've gone and made it. So now let's take it and we're going to split. I'm going to choose, once I choose split here, split surface, I'm going to choose the topo surface that I want to split. And then I'm going to create some adjustments here. And for a split, you don't have to create a closed loop. It can just be a line. It's like you're taking scissors or a knife and cutting it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut kind of an interesting shaped split right there. I'm just going to go cancel and I'm saying I'm happy with that. And so now it's split. So now I have two separate topo surfaces. Okay, that's cool. Now, what I want to do with that is I did that because I want to have an abrupt change in level in my ground here. And this can be great for different features around the yard. It could be kind of dugout areas or retaining walls or places where the level of the ground abruptly changes. And I'll show you what that could look like here. There's lots of ways to do it, but I'll show you one way here. And I'm going to take this split right here. I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to put a wall on that split. I'm going to make it, I don't know, like an 8-foot wall. Oh, I should do this in, no, I can do this here. No, modify that. Take that wall. Well, let's go ahead and build the wall first, and then we'll make the change, I guess. I don't know why it's being picky like that. All right, so I'm going to start the wall right over my split. So I'm going to say right there to there, and I don't like what's happening here because it's really difficult to see. So I'm going to change my visual style to hidden line. So now I'm going to go from here to here and create this wall going off the side. Cancel that. I'm actually going to modify this side a little bit. There we go. So got a nice wall there, but why is there a wall splitting my yard in half? Well, let's change the way this one looks. So I'm going to go to edit surface here, and I see it has a few points. This one is not really needed, so I'm going to take that one and just leave that one out. But let's say I've got a raise. Maybe this lot is built into the side of a hill. So what I'm going to do is change the elevation of this point here to like 5 feet. Change the elevation of this point to 5 feet. This one I'm going to keep at 0, but this one I'm going to go to 5 feet as well. The same thing here. You can see how it's starting to adjust the look, make that 5 feet. So now I've got an interesting shape. I've got a 5-foot raised area here, and it kind of slopes down right there. So there's a reason to have that retaining wall now. So if I look at it from the side, this looks pretty rough because it's all dirt looking. You kind of see how it changes the elevation. So it goes from 5 feet up and slopes down to a level surface. And so remember, you can go back and you can change these to create a new material. Well, let's see if I've got something already in here. I've got some grass right there. So I'll say okay on that. And let's go ahead and make this grass as well. I'm going to choose this one, make this grass, okay. There. So now I've got a grassy yard. I've got a wall that kind of retains that hill, holds that dirt back from washing into my house, right? So there, I've got a wall, a hill. Now this wall looks kind of awkward. I can change that later. But now let's say I wanted to add, maybe this is their yard or something, and maybe they have like a giant patio area back here, a large concrete area. So what I can do is split a region over here, and I'll do that by going to the site plan. And what I'll do is, actually I can, because that roof is in the way, I can work from this angle as well. I'm going to massing and site, and I'm going to create a split, and I'm going to split from, I'm going to split this surface. So I selected that, split it from here, let's say to there. And I'm going to split it all the way across. So I've got a line there. I'm going to cancel, and I'm going to move to a better angle. And I'm going to connect it here. I'm going to shoot all the way across to this that corner. And I'm going to cancel that. And what I'm going to do is draw that line all the way to that point. And I'm going to cancel that. So now I've got a line. I've split the whole back part of this house, this yard right here. And say I want to make that just a giant concrete kind of patio area. Good place to gather, fire pit, patio furniture, that kind of thing. So I'm going to green arrow on that. And now I've got these two regions are split. So I've got a lot of regions here. So I'm going to choose this one here. And I'm going to change the material of this to like a concrete. And let's do a lightweight concrete. That's fine. I'm going to say okay. So I've got a concrete thing back there. And I can adjust that as needed. So now if we wanted to create, sidewalks or pathways, something like that, here's something that you can do. You can create a subregion, and I can use a tool like this, and I can actually, let's start off with the straight tool. From the corner of this garage, I'm going to come out this way, and then I'm going to cancel. I'm going to use a spline tool that lets me add some curves here. And let's say I want to add a nice tight curve that comes out to the edge of the street here. Well, let's say that's a street anyways. So something like that. Cancel that. I'm going to create this line right here. I'm going to bring it all the way up to the corner. And then bring this out this way. And let's just make this a straight line right here, just for time. And bring this in, intersect these lines. Doesn't really matter how that looks because it's off my lot. And say okay. And I can choose material for that. That should probably be concrete as well. So click OK. I've got a concrete driveway. I can create a path as well that goes around from here to my driveway. That would make sense, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do a subregion here. Let's do a straight line out. Something like that. Cancel, do another one on this side. I'll do a straight line out. This one just a little bit shorter maybe. And let's start adding some splines to this to add a little bit better curve there. Something like that. Add one here. there, and then just connect these points to close off this. A sub-region does have to be closed off, so it's not like a split. It needs to be, oh, cannot intersect, so let's bring this in. There we go. I can actually get in there with the site plan and adjust that a lot better. So I can make this here, this here, and this is kind of sloppy looking, but what can you do? And that's fine, because that's okay. So let's take a look at it now. Oh, it's a dirt sidewalk. We don't like that. So let's make that into concrete. And there we go. So now I've got a good area here. I could say, hey, I want to take this area. I can create another sub-region here within this point, this space, and create like bedding, flowers and bushes and shrubbery and things like that. So things that you can do. Another thing that makes this look a little bit better is, let's take this right here and see how much extra wall there is. I don't like that. I also don't like how tall this wall is. I'm going to make that 8 foot. And I should have selected all of them, but oh well. 8 foot and 8 foot here. Okay. Now it still looks awkward, so I'm going to edit the profile of this wall. And then this can be difficult from certain angles. So if I do this, it says, no, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is approach it from a different angle. So I want to approach it from the west side. So I'm going to go to my west over here, and here is what I'm looking at. I need to unlock this, and I need to lower this down so it's not so awkward and giant wall there. Okay. And say okay on that, and let's take a look. Yeah, that looks good. Tapered off like that. So I'm going to go to my east side now. Select this wall, edit profile, choose this, unlock it, bring this down like that. Don't have any loose ends. Line that up as well. And green arrow, and let's take a look at it. Muy bueno. All right, so there's some a little bit more detail as far as how to split regions, how to add things to them, how to create a sub-region as well. There's a lot going on here. Retaining walls, slopes, and aligning your points, as a lot happening. So use this in your design, see if it helps you with what you're creating, and add some more interest and features to your lot.